going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to the channel, and today is part 2 of the Madden 20 realistic rebuild of the Jacksonville Jaguars. It was very up and down in part 1. We got fired for the first time ever in channel history. So we took that experience, that opportunity to, get Doug Marrone out of the Jags organization, which is 100% needs to happen. He's like the worst head coach in the NFL. And we gave it to maybe the most deserving head coach candidate. Restarted with Eric Bieniemy, the OC of the Kansas City Chiefs that got overlooked, overpassed all offseason long. And he has controlled the Jags, still employed through our first 5 years. We have one divisional title, which is not amazing. And we're starting to feel like we made a mistake. The Jags, obviously, I'm not going to call it a mistake because he's one of my favorite players ever, but they probably made a mistake when they paid Nick Foles and they had the emergence of Gardner Minshew. And I feel like we've done the exact same thing. We paid Gardner Minshew. We gave him a second contract because I want to win with Gardner Minshew. And he's unfortunately not been too hot. I mean, you look at these numbers. 1 year, he's gone over 30 touchdowns. And it's not like we're a dominant running team where you have two running backs that are getting like 2,500, between 2,000 and 2,500 yards and 20-some touchdowns. Leonard Fournette's playing okay, but it's just Minshew is kind of peaked. And now we drafted a quarterback here that slipped in the first round. Richard Taft out of Michigan, 5'11", 220, undersized, 76, star dev. But I feel like he might be the guy. So what we're going to do early is we're most likely going to give Minshew one more season. I'm going to give him year 6. And if that doesn't work out, we're going to look at Taft. I'm going to look at drafting another quarterback. I don't know. But I'm giving Minshew one more year to prove that he can be a guy that leads this team to a Super Bowl. Outside of that, I mean, our team's, obviously, you can see by the rating, 89 overall. We are very well built from top to bottom. Leonard Fournette's an X Factor. DJ Chark's a 90. We got KJ Hamler, the speedster out of Penn State. He's an 86 superstar. D.D. Westbrook's still doing his thing. We got Tylan Wallace out of Oklahoma State. Albert O at tight end. Offensive line is very well built. We have P9 Sewell, might be the best offensive line prospect ever. He's going to be, I think he's going to be a 99 sooner than later. Jawan Taylor, Brandon Linder, and we have 2 random generated guys that look to be pretty goddamn solid and should be the future right-hand side of our offensive line. Defensively, so on the front, we got Josh Allen. We still have Taven Bryan. Josh Allen to a 92 superstar X Factor. Derek Brown's up to a 95 overall. I'm expecting him to join the 99 club. We have Aquara, who we actually acquired in a trade. He's going to be our defensive end. Maybe we could upgrade there. We have Patrick Surtain Jr., superstar X Factor corner, along with Trayvon Diggs. So 2 very good Alabama corners. We got Herndon, Ronnie Harrison, Jaden at Lars Woodbay's an 85 superstar. Miles Jack, 89 superstar. We got, small school player, Jabril Cox, North Dakota State, 78 star. Again, obviously, if we're looking at improving our team, Cox, Aquara, maybe Taven Bryan. But we also spend top-tier money. We have been very, very frugal with our contracts so that we were able to splash and bring in Leighton Vander Esch to come in and replace Telvin Smith. And he's an absolute beast. We know what he brings to the table. So this team is primed to win, and ultimately it's been shortcomings at quarterback that I think have really limited our regular season and postseason success. So we're going to give year 6 to Minshew. And then after that, I mean, no loyalties to losers here in this Eric Bieniemy Jacksonville Jaguar team. We might be moving on in year 7. Agency, just more so just showing you who's here, who's moving. We don't have a lot of money, only $18.6 million. And looking at the positions that we could potentially look at upgrading, at outside linebacker, Josh Uche, not a scheme fit though, so there's no real big time upgrades. This Telvin Smith is still hanging on there as a superstar X Factor, even though he is 33. D tackle to upgrade over Taven Bryan. Still, there's not much there in terms of upgrades. I'd still take Taven Bryan over those players. You can look at wide receiver D.D. Westbrook. We did let him hit free agency, so we could potentially replace him. But Justin Jefferson and Tyler Johnson, both the top 2 options we would look at, are going to be just a little bit out of our price range. And at quarterback, in case there was someone that we could just, surprise to get, even though Aaron Rodgers is still kicking around, there's no one there that's better than either Minshew or Taft. So we're going to save our money and get into the draft. Again, just bringing up how dumb this thing is. We have maybe the best young tackle in football. And my GM, when it's coming about his 5th-year option, he barely saw the field last season. He's our starting left tackle. Again, if you're going to implement something into your franchise modes, make it worth something. Make it make sense So it's not just another feature that really doesn't mean anything because it doesn't work properly. Oh, looking at our draft, you know, it was an average draft, not a tremendous draft, but a solid draft. As you can see, we had a whole lot of draft picks, whiffed on a couple, got some guys in the 60s that aren't too bad. And this was just straight up, let's just fill out our depth chart. We got a 70 overall fullback, 73 punter, and 72 kicker. Both just really addressing the special teams in the 4th round here. Lift on another pick there. Got a tackle, 70 tackler. 2 big pick. I got Simon Garland here. More so just he had all A's for his passing stats, like A arm strength, A short accuracy. So I was like, whatever, man. Let's just add another quarterback on the roster as we continue to find one. And maybe this guy comes up with a superstar dev. That could be nice because really this 1 year is Minshew. And then it's open season. So maybe that guy's a great dev trade. And in the number 1 pick to replace D.D. Westbrook or add competition to Tylan Wallace for that wide receiver 3 spot, we got Jerome Becton, 75 hidden dev rookie wide receiver out of Michigan, almost a scheme fit, brings really nice speed, really well rounded, no real weaknesses to his game. So again, just another chance with that dev trade that it could be something better than a star. I'll take my chances. Coming out of our first bye, and we're 7-2 here in year 6. The added pressure seems to be making Minshew play a lot better. Statistically, look at that, top 10. Hell yeah. That is phenomenal. 7-2, top of the South. Looking at contracts. What do we got? Derek Brown, absolutely need to resign him. I have no idea what my salary cap's actually looking like right now. This could be a little bit rough. He wants more money. Trayvon Diggs. We want you here for sure. Oh, this is going to be a tight season. I mean, if we can get Woodbay, we'll get him locked up. Okay. So we'll be able to bring back Derek Brown, and then we got to pretty much pick. I mean, we drafted that wide receiver. He could probably take over Tylan Wallace. Jabril Cox is replaceable. What's he looking for a year? $4 million? 3.3 is not bad, but also it's replaceable. So yeah, we'll just make sure we can get Derek Brown, and then we'll make the rest of the decisions at the end of the year. And at the end of year number 6, much better team success. 13-3. Put the old spreadsheet there. 2nd divisional title under the Bieniemy era. And our team played very well, up to a 91 overall, 93 defense. And Gardner... What? Gardner Minshew, 47 touchdowns? Okay. What? I played 1 game, and we had 4 passing touchdowns in it. Okay. Well, I guess drafting a quarterback really lit a flame under his ass, as he has he put about as much touchdowns he gets in 2 years in 1 season. We don't even know the dev trade yet of this guy. Running the ball, 1,400 yards, 9 touchdowns for net. He had 2 rushing touchdowns as well, Minshew. He might be the MVP. Chark, 1,200 yards, 14 touchdowns, 1,008 for Hamler, 860 and 10 for Wallace, 750 and 9 for Alberto. Defensively, Van Der Esch, outstanding. 116 tackles, 10.5 sacks, 13 for Josh Allen, 12 for... What? Where are these numbers coming from? This has to be the year we win the Super Bowl. There's no other fans or buts about it. Now, Minshew had 49 touchdowns. What did old Deshaun do there? 39. He had 45. 45 touchdowns. What's the records? I won the division. That's so fucking stupid, man. I won the division. I had more touchdowns. And the runner-up, that didn't even go positive. And we didn't win Coach of the Year either. And we didn't win offense. Okay. Hey, we got best quarterback for Minshew. Best wide receiver went to DJ Chark. I would love for either one of those guys to get a dev trade increase. At the end of the day, Minshew can only go up 1 dev trade. He's going to, so I guess it doesn't really matter, even though he does deserve to be your NFL MVP with 49 touchdowns. He's broken 31 other season in the previous 5 years. You know, it's a breakout year. Minshew era. Running wild, brother. So we are here in the division round against the 10-6 Oakland Raiders. Let's see what this Minshew is all about now. Come on, let's see those 47 touchdowns. Let's see a nice 4 touchdown performance here. I mean, I'm still so surprised by that. Like, I think he won, like, usually when a quarterback is going over 40 tutties, he's getting, like, Offensive Player of the Week, like, 5 times a year. I think Minshew had 2 5-touchdown performances. But still, I don't know, it's freaky. But we're playing well. Look at that, 27-6. This is a Jags team on a mission. We're going to get to the championship game here. And Minshew's playing well, man. We are getting touchdowns, where usually this team struggles and just sells for field goals. So the Raiders made it look closer than what it really was when all is said and done. Gardner Minshew, 2 touchdowns. I mean, not a crazy performance, not a bad performance. Outplaying Dak Prescott. And we're going to the AFC Championship. Minshew, Lamar Jackson, the battle everyone wants to see in the AFC. Super Bowl on the line. Anything they can do, we can match up. 7-7. They score, we score. They score, we score. Come on, boys. Tutty. There we go. 14-14. Everything to play for in the second half. This Jags team is determined. Why can't we be like the Jags from Madden 19? Or where they were just unstoppable. Come on. The Super Bowl's on the line, boys. 2-touchdown lead in the fourth quarter. Do not blow this. Oh, no. It's not looking good. They have all the momentum. Come on. Oh, we got to stop. Yes! The enemy got this team looking prime, ready for the Super Bowl, and an outstanding performance from Minshew. 280 yards, 3 touchdowns, almost 80% completion percentage. Yes! Before we get to the Super Bowl, dev traits galore. DJ Chark going from star to superstar. Minshew going from star to superstar. We had Miles Jack go from superstar to superstar X Factor, even though there's already too many of those on our defense. So we are peaking at the right time as we are getting ready to take on the 14-2 Carolina Panthers. What do they got? They still have Luke Kuechly. Probably should have retired him. McCaffrey. This guy, Justice Hawkins. DJ Moore, Brian Burns, Sean Wayne, Epineza, Jordan Love, Darius Slay. Yeah, they're pretty stacked. They're pretty stacked, but we got Minshew, okay? Let's go, baby. 7-7 first quarter, high scoring. What defense is going to show up? They have the better players. Let's be completely honest, but we have the more determination here. Oh, come on. Give me a chance to come in. Third down. Okay. 20 seconds left. 3rd and 3. Well, we're in the grays. Give me a shot. Give me a shot to the end zone here. We go inside post. What do we got? Wallace, Hamler, DJ Chark at the top. I mean, we should have speed matchup, as long as it's not Dante Jackson. Oh, that's not good. That's not a good jump ball. That's, don't do that. Don't throw a jump ball in the end zone to your 5'8" wide receiver. Make the field goal. There we go. Come on. Let's go, boys. Red zone. Yes! Come on. Oh, my God. Okay, but that field goal is still the difference maker. We're going to have to come in and win it. Let's take a shot. What do we got here? You want me to run it with Fournette? Okay. I mean, he's an X Factor. Okay, it obviously wouldn't be triggered, but let's see what we can do here. Okay, first down. We'll burn a timeout. Get a little bit closer for a Hail Mary. I mean, we got speed. DJ Chark, 95 speed. KJ Hamler, a lot of speed, but we don't need that on one play. Maybe we can get a... Look at this. Oh, yes. Getting us right into range. Up on the 50. Gardner Minshew doing it himself. He's a grinder. I mean, we only really need to be in field goal range, to be honest with you. Kick a field goal and win this. Okay, I'm gonna call a little slant audible here. KJ Hamler across the middle of the field. There we go. Gotta get a big field goal. The rookie! The 4th round kicker. Highest I've ever drafted a kicker in a rebuild. The highest we've ever drafted a kicker. I'm actually gonna defect to the sim on this. I feel like that's the fairest way to do it. If we're going to make it, it's because the team's going to make it, and they do. Okay. I feel like that was the... Maybe it's a cop-out of not having the weird kicking animation. But on the other hand, I feel like we did all the work to put him in that range. If it's destiny, if the sim wants us to win, because ultimately this is sim-based, they'd make that kick. And they made the kick. And there's our first Super Bowl. Year 6 and our first Super Bowl. It's going to go down as a successful rebuild, which is exactly what we needed. Because we're sitting at, coming into this Jags rebuild, 3 wins, 3 Super Bowl winning rebuilds, 3 failures. So now we're up to 4-3. Now it's about making this a dynasty. You know, it's been a while since we've had multiple Super Bowls in a rebuild. And getting the first Super Bowl in Jacksonville Jaguar history. The first Super Bowl in Eric Bieniemy head coaching history. It's time to build a dynasty. I want Minshew to get 40-some. I want Minshew now to become the greatest quarterback in the NFL. He got 49 touchdowns, got robbed of the MVP. Winning the Super Bowl feels pretty damn good. Obviously, Leonard Fournette having an outstanding day, being your Super Bowl MVP. But I want now not only to make the Jags a dynasty, but I'm going to make Gardner Minshew the best quarterback in the league. Just because, why not? So let's see them hoist the Super Bowl. Man, we should put the kicker up there. Kicking the 3, the 4th round. We know we saw something we liked in the 4th round. Chark Fournette, Miles Jack, Gardner Minshew, Eric Bieniemy, all up on the podium. Soak it in, Jags fans. This one is for you. And we still got 4 more years to make this into a dynasty. Best way to celebrate winning your Super Bowl is entering free agency, $4 million over the salary cap. Okay, who's going to have to go? Who's going to... So that doesn't help the fact that we have 2 fifth-year options in Certain and Sewell, but absolutely need them. There's really... I mean, we're going to have to just... $3 million's not that bad. We get rid of a lot of these depth guys that are on. We'll be able to free it up, I think. But we're not going to be able to sign anybody. And that Garland guy's an X factor. Simon Garland... And he has brick wall with the pocket passer's ability, almost guaranteed to break the first sack. Okay. Well, let's trade this guy. See if anyone wants a 79 star dev quarterback. We got rid of literally all of our depth guys, and we're just in the clear, so we need to have an outstanding draft. Oh, here is a massive blockbuster trade. We have to go all in the draft, and it kind of stings getting rid of 2 third-round picks because those are where we're going to be able to build our depth. But we're able to send Taft, 23, star dev quarterback, to the most quarterback-hungry team in the league, as you would have saw in the Super Bowl, or was the Super Bowl a championship game? The championship game that Dak Prescott has left Dallas to go to the Raiders. So we're able to flip Taft and 2 third-round picks for the number 2 overall pick in the draft, giving us 2 first-round picks, a second, and we just got 1 third. I don't know, man. There's 2 clear picks for us to make a pick 2. We have Dion Bernard, 7.5 combine grade D tackle out of Alabama. I mean, that is just scary numbers. Like first in everything except bench press, which is 2. Or we have Dennis Beckett, corner from Southern Miss. He is 24, but he's first in everything, and the skills are really good. So I'm looking at my roster here. The way of thinking is we have our 2 outside corners for like ever, right? Certain and Diggs are going to be it, but we do not have a third corner whatsoever. Our slot corner is terrible. Or we look at D tackle, and you have Derek Brown, who's going to be here, but we have Taven Bryan, who's 83, he's 29, probably not going to re-sign him. So it's like we have 2 starters in our third. Do we get our third corner? That's always going to be our third corner, unless something drastic goes wrong with the salary cap. Or do we get the guy that's going to be the successor to Taven Bryan? I think we need to go and get the successor for Taven Bryan, but we'll definitely have to look, at a later date at the end of this draft to compare who's the better pick between the D tackle and the corner. But we are going to get Dion Bernard, D tackle from Alabama, 78 hidden dev, number 4 in true value. We got him at pick 2. A really nice looking player there. Hell yeah. We're going to trade back into the first round by giving up our second round pick and the man that we just mentioned, Taven Bryan, who's an 83 star dev D tackle, to get pick 11 from the Saints, whose biggest need was D tackle. There's no D tackles on the board. They're in a win now mode, so it kind of makes sense to make this deal. I would like to think, reviewing this from a viewer's perspective, this is as about fringe, unrealistic to realistic trade that I'm ever going to make. But they're still getting, one of the, I think Taven Bryan's like top 20 D tackle in the league, and they need a D tackle, so, you know, hey, we met demand. Why we traded up is our corner was still on the board, Dennis Beckett, and he's going to come out 77 hidden dev, number 9 in true talent, getting him in pick 11. You better be better. You better bring more to this team as our third corner than what Taven Bryan would have brought. That's all I know. Finish out the first round, bringing in a backup to Fournette, two-headed punch, 78, number 3 in true talent, which makes me think that's a good dev trait. That's probably a superstar dev. As we've got other 70s that aren't even, high 70s that aren't even, you know, like I said, we got a 77 and he was number 11. So tread cross, this guy's a beast. So recapping, it's obviously one of our better drafts we've ever had because we've had 3 first-round picks after winning the Super Bowl. But that's what happens when you draft quarterbacks and you know, you get into teams that are in tight pinches and absolutely need a D tackle. So we got Bernard, as you would have saw, 78 hidden, 77 hidden, and then just a complete just luxury pick here, bringing in a compliment to Leonard Fournette. Outside of that, you know, we just build up some depth here. Nothing too crazy. Last couple picks suck, but here's a really good pick in the 5th round, Dale Kent. The South Florida, 70 hidden dev tackle. So I'm optimistic to see where he can go and grow. So we have 4 hidden devs that we got in this draft. I swear to God, if all of them are stars, I'm gonna be pretty sad. Year 7, look for our second Super Bowl. We start the year as a 91 overall team. All the hype in the world. Minshew, after 49 touchdowns, is up to a superstar. We got Garland, who emerged as an X Factor. Probably going to be used as a successor. I don't know. We could flip him for another high-round pick. We'll make that decision at a later date. Chark is an upgrade. We already kind of talked about that, though. Offensive line stays about the same. On the defense, obviously a lot of shuffling at D-tackle. Bernard, the man we selected at pick number 2. We moved on from Taven Bryan to be able to select Beckett, who will be our slot corner this year. Other than that, no other changes. Miles Jack got a brand new dev trait. So this team is roaring to go to become a dynasty. Let's go, Minshew. Really early bye here in year 7, but we're a perfect 4-0 at the bye. But it looks like it is going to be a competitive AFC South that you're not going to want a lull. You're not going to want a bad period. Look at the contracts. Early contracts. Okay. Well, it's very clear who are the top 2 guys we need to negotiate with. First up, P9 Sewell. Oh, boy. Oh, no. We're not going to be able to sign both of them. This isn't good. This is not good at all. So we lost 3 in a row to not get a first-round bye, but we made the playoffs regardless, and I can't extend Sewell or Patrick Surtain, so I'm going to have to... We're going to be able to franchise tag one of them, and then I don't know, man. We're going to make... Honestly, at this point, I'm hoping to see like 27 touchdowns for Gardner Minshew so that we can get his contract out the books, and if we get rid of Gardner Minshew, we should be able to re-sign both of them. So let's see what Minshew do. And of course, he's phenomenal again. 4,000 yards, 35 touchdowns. I don't think we can move on from him. We're a victim of our own success. Solid year for both our running backs. Cross came out 82 star. Not a, you know, it's a solid 1-2 punch for sure. DJ Chark over 1,000 yards. Defensively, Miles Jack, a lot of tackles there. 10 sacks, Derek Brown. 10 for Josh Allen. Dion Bernard, 8, and he came out star dev. 5 picks, Miles Jack. I like the interceptions. Beckett, don't be star. Superstar, hey, we got something there. Attaboy. Not all. If all 3 of our first-round picks ended up being stars, I would have been very depressed. So at least Beckett is kind of breaking out a little bit. Worst case scenario, if there's somehow we don't get to... I mean, it makes it so Sewell's probably who we resign. Certain never really had, like, obviously he's outstanding, right? But, like, from a box score standpoint, I mean, he did have 6 picks. That's what, I don't know, because offensive line are kind of replaceable. Maybe we try to keep certain and then we let Sewell hit the market. I don't know yet. We got a lot of decisions to make, but first, we got a playoff run here to defend our Super Bowl title. Let's handle this business first. Let's go, Minshew. Minshew era. We got to run the gauntlet, though, so it's going to put... you know, it's going to put our team in an awkward spot. It's not going to be easy. Odds are against us to getting back to the Super Bowl again. But I trust we're going to be able to beat a Brady-less New England Patriots. It's looking good. So far, so good anyways. Red zone, 28-7. Patriots are going to make it look pretty close here in the fourth quarter. Come on. Oh, no. It's not looking good. We had so much of a lead, and we just gave them too many chances to get back in the game. Come on, we need okay, thank God we got the win. We got the last touchdown. Because given how bad this offseason is most likely going to end up being, we needed almost another Super Bowl. This is could be our last big window if we're going to lose two big franchise players. So, Minshew played well, 3 touchdowns, over 100 yards for Leonard Fournette, as the Jags are moving on to the AFC Divisional round. All right, the Jags going against the Denver Broncos in the divisional round. This is the Denver Broncos team that does have Justin Fields under center, so they have a really talented dual-threat quarterback. Make sure we can contain them. I don't think their defense can handle us, though. I don't think their defense is built to stop Gardner Minshew. He's too much of a gunslinger. He's too unpredictable. You can't study tape on Minshew because he's got to do something different every single week. And our offense is playing very well. Fourth quarter, everything to play for. 5-point lead for the Jags. Oh, we held him to a field goal. Okay, there's an instant touchdown. This makes me very upset. Ice cold. Ice cold from the Jags offense. Colder than the brisk air there in Denver. Minshew. What a game. Almost 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, 75% completion percentage, and got a touchdown with under a minute to go to send the Jacksonville Jaguars back to the AFC Championship game. The championship game, a battle of the South. Who's the best team in the South? And revenge for Minshew, because he's going up against Deshaun Watson, who unfairly won the MVP last year. This is a revenge game. Gardner Minshew definitely wants to win this one to prove that he is, in fact, the better quarterback. And we're playing very well at this point. Ooh, settle for a field goal. I don't like seeing that, but a 10-point lead nonetheless in the second half. And we are going up and down the field. I think we have a little bit too much for the Houston Texans to stop, but you never know. John Watson is really good. Ooh, again, that's a cold drive. Sometimes you get a cold touchdown. Other times you get a cold drive. When you get the ball, you just keep running. Leonard Fournette, it was his time. He's a superstar X-Factor running back, and he killed the clock, killed the game off as the Jags knock off the Texans 24-17 and are going back to back, going to the Super Bowl, looking for our second straight Super Bowl title. And in the Super Bowl, it's the 10-6 Green Bay Packers. What's their roster looking like? What are we talking about here? So they got Kenny Clark, Devontae Adams, and somehow Willie Snead is a superstar X-Factor. They got Snowden, Josh Jackson, Corey Littleton, Zadarius Smith, Matt Judon. The more important question, what kind of quarterback do they have? Because on paper, we are the much stronger team. The Packers got Jalen Hurts. Okay. Jalen. And they got 3 really good running backs, so let's go. I mean, we got Derek Brown. That defensive spot, our front 7 is outstanding. I feel confident that we're going to get our second Super Bowl here. Second straight Super Bowl as well. Let's go, boys. Come on. Can't let Jalen Hurts beat us in the Super Bowl, okay? He's not a quarterback. They got 5 running backs on the roster. All right, their defense gets a good stop. Come on. Don't make this a game that we just keep settling for field goals. Nice. Get a touchdown, 3-point lead, 10-10 ball game. And it looks like we kicked the field goal to get a lead in the second half, but a very slim margin. Defensive battle. What defense wants it better? They have a good defense for sure. We are settling for too many field goals, to be honest with you. But there we go. Oh, we're down 1. How about 4th down will come in? What is it? 4th and 18? Thanks, game.
Here we go.
Let's go Chark deep. Fournette, pass pro. We'll go Albert O, pass pro, even though I don't even know he has like 40 run blocking, pass blocking. Oh, no, I overthrew him. No! Oh, he caught it with 1 hand. Let's go. Oh, my God. I thought for sure I overthrew that shit. Oh, I take the mismatch. Throw it to the side that Jair Alexander's not on. Oh, let's go. 7-point lead. Oh, it's over. Come on. Give me the Super Bowl. Thank God. Oh, I thought we had 1 shot. We had 1 shot to hit that deep ball. And we got it. And that's your second straight Super Bowl. We're not going to gloat, though. We're not going to gloat. We're expected. We're the best team in the league. And now we got to figure out what we're doing with our 2 franchise players, certain at corner. Sewell at tackle. If this is going to be our last Super Bowl because our team's only going to go downhill from here, it's a great Super Bowl with an epic bomb from Minshew to DJ Chark. Taking the mismatch right there, man. 6'4", 96 speed wide receiver. That's what you do. That's what you do. When you throw those plays, it's either going to be an incompletion or it's going to be a touchdown. And, you know, I trust him to not mess that one up. And we got it. What a play. All right, so we're going to we'll tag certain. 17, what's his tag? 14, either way, we're kind of screwed. But we'll go franchise tag him. Sewell's got to hit the open market. That sucks. Free agency period where we absolutely can't sign anybody. We are up against it as much as we can. And that's going to be so annoying if Sewell goes to the Texans and we're going to have to go up against them. But we actually still have to clear about $1 million worth of cap. That's totally doable. I'll just have to, unfortunately, for another year, get rid of all of our depth players that are having those, like, you know, $800,000 to $500,000 contracts. But I'm not... It's a lot better than the $3 million that we had to just literally get rid of all of our depth last year. It's only going to be a couple guys. But, you know, it would be nice to be able to occasionally spend in free agency. But when you draft as well as we've been able to draft here in this Jags rebuild, you're going to be spending a lot of money in-house to keep your own guys there. So the draft going into year 8 was one of the worst Madden drafts I've ever seen. I literally did not like any of the players, and we still managed to get an okay-looking draft. No one below a 70 overall. That was a really nice tackle pickup, but really, you know, no positions in need. We just had to go literally best player available. We got a 70 corner here, 70 safety hidden dev at a Benjamin here at a USC. He looks okay. I mean, Ronnie Harrison is getting up there in age a little bit, so if there is a nice dev trait, that could help us out down the road, but ultimately just not a great draft. Not a lot of prospects worth drafting. Gear up year 8. Try to make it 3 straight Super Bowls, complete the dynasty. Our team is regressing. We went from a 91 overall at the start of last year to an 89 here. We've had to move some things on the offense. Replacing P9 Sewell is going to be Simon Thomason from Texas Tech. He's not bad. Obviously a 77 scheme fit at 25. Braden Linder's gone at center, so we took Kent, who was a hidden dev tackle we drafted last year. We're going to slide him inside, which is... It fits what we want. Linder was a gigantic center, like 6'6", and we're going to get also the same kind of like here with Kent, who's a depth trait guy, which helps us out. No other changes on the offense. Still pretty goddamn potent, to be completely honest with you. On the defense, in terms of changes, Certain is on the franchise tag. We picked him over P9 Sewell, so I'd love to see another 6 interception return from him. But our secondary looks... I mean, there's no real weakness on this team. You have a linebacker there. Right outside linebacker, that's still not even, you know, horrible. So I'm confident yet again that we should at least win the division, get our 4th divisional title, and have an opportunity to defend our 2 Super Bowls, our dynasty in the Super Bowl. Out of the bye, looks like this is going to be our burner year, 3-4, and we're only actually a game back in the South, so we are still in it. Contracts, let's see. I have no idea how much money we're going to be dealing with. This is, oh, not good. Not good at all. All right, well, let's prioritize here. Patrick Certain is the top priority. Let's get him down to a 5-year deal. Van Der Esch would be next. 3-year deal. Chark up next. 4 years. Fournette is, unfortunately, at this point, replaceable because we drafted that running back. So we're going to need Jennings, Hyde. Oh, not good. Okay, Jennings and Hyde for sure. Cause that's offensive linemen are kind of replaceable, but when you're going from like a 70 to a high 80s, almost 90s, guys that are both actually going to be in the 90s sooner than later, we're going to make sure we get them back, and then we'll make a decision. I'm with Minshew or that superstar X Factor quarterback that we have waiting in the wings. Now could be unfortunately time to sacrifice Gardner Minshew for the rest of the team. At that time, we had to make the tough decision, and it's going to be unfortunately the end of the Minshew era. We're going to go with Garland here as our new starter. So let's show some respect here, man. It's the end of Minshew and Ronnie Harrison. So let's kind of look what they've done for this team. Minshew, 30,000 passing yards, 237 touchdowns, 64 picks, 2 Super Bowl titles, but we got to move on. Same Leonard Fournette, over 11,000 rushing yards for Fournette, 75 touchdowns. But it's time for Trent Cross to take over as our starter. And on defense, Ronnie Harrison, 600 tackles, 8 picks in his career. Thank you for your service, but it's time to move on. End of an era. How fitting that everything just collapsed. We didn't make the playoffs, but now we still got years 9 and year 10 to have the second chance, the second wave of talent coming through here in Jacksonville to win our 3rd Super Bowl. We have okay salary cap here for free agency. Samuels is the only guy that looks like he would be a solid upgrade. He's not even a scheme fit. We need a pass cover guy. He's a speed rusher, so unfortunately, I mean, there are some nice looking players here, but I don't want to, we finally got some headroom. Gardner Minshew sacrificed for us to have some salary cap. I think we'll sit on the outside here, and worst case scenario, we'll have a lot of money for the 10th and final year of the rebuild. Draft recap time. Pretty solid draft. I simmed it out after a certain point because there was just no one there, and actually we finished out pretty good. Just drafting out my draft board alignment. Let's see if any of these guys had dev traits. Because I don't think we didn't have a great draft from a dev trait standpoint. But obviously lots of 70s. If this was an episode of Draft Wars, we'd be looking pretty good. But we got DeMarcus Conley, a hidden dev safety out of Villanova. More so a death move at this point. A couple linemen there. Second round, 73. I'm thinking about moving one of these guys to linebacker. This guy is kind of built like a linebacker with the hit power. Pretty good tackling, pretty good pursuit. I don't know yet. And we got the number 3 player in the draft, but a normal dev defensive end. Just because Aquara, he's a normal dev D-end. Probably not going to get a new contract from us, so time to replace him. I think Wade Nelson, scheme fit, can step into that role. Year 9 for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Back up to where we belong as a 91 overall team. Going with a brand new quarterback. No Gardner Minshew. We're going Simon Garland, the superstar X-Factor quarterback out of Ohio State. 6'4", 240. Brick wall. Clutch player already. No more Leonard Fournette. Cross is going to be our starter at running back as well. Out of Ohio State. So, the Jacksonville Jaguars is looking like here. Wide receiver core pretty much as is. Offensive line is solid, if not great. Defensive line, Derek Brown, superstar X Factor. Bernard's up to a 91. Got Aquara there. Defense is pretty beastly. And Benjamin, the guy we drafted, came out with superstar dev. So that was pretty good. I do find there's no validity to this. I'm not going to make a video, but I do find that when you get a hidden dev player as a safety, for my money, they've come out to be, we'll see with Conley if that just can, blow the myth out of the water here. But I feel like hidden dev safeties, especially in the first round, always come out to be a pretty good dev trait. So, defense, really, really strong. A lot of questions on offense, but I think they're going to get the job done. Moving our bye here in year 9, we were 4-0. We've lost 4 in a row. The fall to 4-4. And with how good the Texans and Titans have been, this is now looking like a great year, a great transitionary year. Contracts, we got Josh Allen. Okay, Daniel Jones can go fuck off. Josh Allen, 97. Let's get him locked out. I mean, we only got one more year. So these are basically, do we want the guys that are looking for contracts to be on the team next year? So definitely want Josh Allen. Definitely want Miles Jack. Alberto would be pretty cool. Becton is emerged off as a pretty solid wide receiver option. We drafted Aquara's replacement. Garland, I mean, I don't even know if he's going to be the answer. Is he going to be the answer at quarterback? We'll sign him. I'll go double check the depth at offensive line. We might be able to reshuffle guys around. And we pretty much drafted Aquara's replacement in the draft. So yeah, we'll make sure we get Josh Allen and then gear up for year 5. Because this year's probably going to be a piss away year. At the end of a very, very weird year, we finished 10-6. It's an AFC South title. I mean, look at this. Just absurd streaks. 4 in a row. We lose 4. And then we win most of the remaining games after the bye week. So I'll take it. Another divisional title. And, we're growing. There's old players are gone. New players are coming in. And we're still able to maintain a high level of success. Full credit to Eric Bieniemy, who's now the number 6 head coach in the NFL. Garland, in his first year as a starter, 30 touchdowns, 14 picks. It's right about, Minshew-ish territory. Big year for Trent Cross. Definitely stepping up and filling in where Leonard Fournette was. Receiving, no 1,000-yard receiver, but Alberto, big year. Becton, 11 touchdowns. Defensively, Miles Jack, tackle machine. We got 11 sacks, Josh Allen, who we were able to re-sign. Interceptions are up as well. Really good across the board. I mean, we do have an outstanding secondary. Yearly awards, MVP went to Lamar Jackson. Taft, number 3. Dallas, doing pretty well with them. For these individual awards, nothing there. Of course, we got to see what Mr. Minshew did. I have no idea where he was playing. Tampa, I think. Yep, pretty much the same, like for like. But we made the playoffs. I don't think they did. And it kicks off against the Texans again. Feels like we play the Texans every year we make the playoffs, so why would this year be no different? It's just we don't know how this quarterback, how this offense, this new tooled offense, no Fournette, no Minshew, how are these guys going to play in the sim? Our defense seems to be playing very well. 10-10 ball game. Looking to get a halftime lead. Who's going to get it? No one. We go in 10-10. Wow, next touchdown might win it. Come on. Hey. We get a tutty. And of course, they're probably going to equalize with a touchdown. Everything to play for. 3 minutes to go. We're in the red zone. We punch it in for a touchdown. 7-point lead. Defense, can you win us this game? And they do. Defense gets a stand over to Deshaun Watson as the Jags. Different faces, but the success remains the same. 100-yard day for Trent Cross as the Jags are moving on to the divisional round. Lamar Jackson. We're going into Lamar Jackson's house. We're going to kick the door down. We got our own superstar X-Factor quarterback from the Ohio State that wants to lay claim to be the best quarterback in the AFC. Played pretty well here. Not going to lie. 1-point lead. Can we take that 1-point lead in halftime? No. Okay, we're down 2. Down 5. Still within a touchdown. Touchdown, we get that lead back. All right, we didn't get any points there in the red zone. That's kind of dumb. But a touchdown lead. 4th quarter lead. Come on, let's put him away. Put him away. Up 6. No, come on, team. Oh, we'll come in on 4th down. 4th and 6. We got this new quarterback. Might as well go 4 verts. Why not? We got Chark, man. Press man on DJ Chark. That's where we're going. I'm pretty much going to close my eyes and hit B. Oh. Oh! I swear to God, we're not playing on rookie. It's just, oh, the matchups. Let's go. Oh. Okay, we're coming in. Let's win this. 3rd and 10. I mean, this is not game. They still get a timeout. Let's play with this defense a little bit. Derek Brown in the middle. He's a monster. Oh, that could have been a pick. 4th and 3. I don't even think they can get in. There, it's over. All right, we're going back to the AFC Championship. 4 touchdowns for Garland. It feels like we're playing the same teams every year. The Denver Broncos, Justin Fields in the championship game. We've had their number, but that was with Minshew at quarterback, so we'll have to see what happens here. 2 Ohio State QBs, though. Fields and Garland going after it. Our defense is playing very well. I mean, we might be going back to Super Bowl here, fellas. Okay, they're closing it up. 3-point lead in the 3rd quarter. We're settling for a lot of field goals. Denver gets a touchdown. They have a 1-point lead. I'm a little bit worried about that right now. Oh, we got the defensive stop, but come on. Don't make me come in. You know what I'm going to do. You know I'm going to throw it to DJ Chark. I'm 2 for 2 coming in and throwing touchdown bombs here. So why would this be any different? Oh, he's in the slot, though. Whatever. It has yet to be stopped. Come on. Ah. Oh, PI! Let's go. We're going to accept that. Let's see what the rest of the team can do. Come on, put this one away. Going to the Super Bowl. On a PI, the bomb to DJ Chark does not fail us, ever. Super Bowl in year 9, battle of 10-6, Jags and Bears. What do the Bears got here? Steven Sims, Jake Luton, and Allen Robinson are their X Factors. Caden Stearns, Roquan, Moses Landry, a couple of randoms there. Fullback, a superstar fullback. Never seen that before. Okay. For Super Bowl number 3, very winnable matchup on paper. I don't think that Bears team's really anything special. Not better than us. But you never know. This could be the year. This could be the year that we get caught sleeping in the Super Bowl. I dare you to make me come in and throw a bomb to DJ Chark. That's all I'm saying. PI, touchdown, it's something. There we go. Tie this up. Make it a 3-point deficit. 3rd quarter. Our defense is getting a little gassed here. Feeling a little worried. We tie it up down 3. Oh, come on, defense. Get a stop. Ah. Let's just see if the DJ Chark magic works here again for another touchdown. 3rd and 10. Rinse repeat. Where is he? He's on the outside. We got to make it officially a streak. That's the only way it works. Oh, it was almost picked off. Oh, that's hurting our 100% success rate. Let's try one more time. This is just to prove that it works all the time. If this doesn't work, then we know it's just we got 2 really good drops. Oh my God, threw it out of bounds. That's how you know it wasn't our year. Year 9, falling in the Super Bowl. The DJ Chark magic seemingly didn't work. Jake Luton, who's like a 6th-round quarterback in my draft classes in 2019 out of Oregon State, is, I guess, a Super Bowl MVP. Let's get into year 10. And for our final free agency period, we're actually $7 million over the cap. This is going to be not good. I've made about as many cuts as I can make. We got it to, we got to pretty much free up $2 million. So we're going to have to cut someone. We're going to have to cut someone that we like. All these guys are taking cap hits. Let's get rid of this guy. Backup tight end. And man, I don't want to get rid of our starting center. This guy's terrible. 66 overall. You gone. And then we probably just need one more of these cuts to go. I guess this guy. Again, this is pretty much how we do it. Just get rid of all your depth. That should be enough to get us for our final year under. There we go. Hey, we're financially responsible for the 10th and final season of the Jags realistic rebuild. The final draft of the rebuild was also a just god-awful draft. I made 2 picks and simmed out. Our draft board was not good at all. We got a 68 normal dev linebacker and a 73 normal dev center. Man, it sucks. Easily. If I had to rank all the drafts in Madden 20, 2 of the worst, like 2 of the top 10 worst, were in this Jags rebuild. This draft was off. Like, is there any good players whatsoever? 2nd round, more so 2nd round, right? Because obviously we're picking down here. There's nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, nothing. No 70s, all 60s. A fullback was the best value. It was an awful draft. It was in our final year, searching for our 5th divisional title, our 3rd Super Bowl. Here's how the squads line up, and it's the best it's ever been. 93 overall. Looking at it from top to bottom, offensive line has been hanging in there. You got Alberto at tight end. Quarterbacks up to an 88. We got Cross looking solid. Hamler, DJ Chark, and Becton make up our wide receiver core. Defensively, that's where this team really does shine. 98 in Josh Allen. 99 Derek Brown. Bernard's a 93. Diggs is a 92. Surton's 98. Beckett. We got Benjamin and Lars Woodby. Landon Van Der Esch. Miles Jack. This team is still really, really good. Definitely one of the better. If you stacked up all the realistic rebuild teams so far, it's probably number 2. I think that Raiders team's still the creme de la creme, but this one is really damn good. And let's go do the damn thing here in year 10. Okay. Just sim the whole year. Might as well. And a defender. Oh, 9-6-1. We got to run the gauntlet. That is, I don't know, a little annoying. But, what other way would we really have it? We're up to a 95 overall. Any new members of the 99 club? Garland's in the 90s. Offensive lines as is. Defense, probably Josh Allen. What? So close. Patrick Surtain got into the 99 club. I love seeing that. Looking at the quick stats here. Before we run said gauntlet. Solid year from Garland. Never had, that one just insane year. 49 touchdowns or 47 touchdowns? Something crazy like that for Minshew. I don't know how that happened. Like I said, sometimes just crazy things happen. Big year from Becton. Defensively, a lot of tackles across the board. 16 sacks, 15 TFLs from Derek Brown. This guy's an absolute guy. At the end of this rebuild, we will look at all the final stats here. Big year from Josh Allen. 4 picks, Benjamin. 2 for Patrick Surtain. Quick look. Let's just see who the MVP is. Lamar Jackson. Defensive Player of the Year, Devin Bush. For individual awards, hey, we got the best wide receiver in Becton. We make the Super Bowl, he might get himself a dev trait boost. Love seeing that. And goggles. Let's have a little sneak peek. Rodrigo Blankenship, best kicker there for the Patriots. Either way, we got to run the gauntlet here. And, of course, it's one of the 3 teams we play every time we make the playoffs, the 10-6 Broncos. How worried am I about this? Not worried at all. We own Denver. We always own Denver. Death taxes and the Jags beating the Broncos in the playoffs. That's what we do. 14-3, already proven in the first half that we are the severely better team. God damn, just end this thing. How do I... Let's just get to this game. This one's over. Let's just sit back, kick our feet up, watch our team dominate. 38 to... Like, my... The Denver Broncos, we're slapping them silly. 45 points. I don't care how much garbage time scores they get. This was a ass whooping of the biggest magnitude. 6 touchdowns for Garland. We just chirped him for not having any of those crazy Gardner Minshew type seasons. And then he just comes and almost ties the touchdown record. It's a pretty weird rebuild we got ourselves in, but we're moving on. Let's start this down. So guess what team we're playing. It's either the Ravens or Texans. And if you guessed the Ravens, you'd be correct. The only way this makes sense, I don't even think the Texans made the playoffs. So it's still the same teams we play every year. Have some parity, Madden, for God's sakes. We're not... maybe we got all of our touchdowns out of our system in that Broncos win. We're not playing particularly well here. Offensively, only 6 points in the first half. This is not looking good. Come in for 4th down. Might as well, right? 4th and 6. Everything on the line. Nothing to lose. We'll go old-fashioned there. I'm not going to go to that right off the rip. If it's there, I will. Let's just live to fight another day.
Come on, fellas.
Okay, come on. Let's go, boys. Here we go. Nice little touchdown. Make it. We're only down 2 scores. Gonna come back in 4th down again. Oh, you know it. You know what we're going to. We're gonna be dirty and we're going to go for a certain pass if we have a chance. No, we'll just check it down. Akwibunam. And they're locking down DJ Chark. That money play has not been there. I mean, our play calls are extremely limited. Playing from behind like this. Oh no, if we would have hit X instead of A, that would have been a touchdown. We got the touchdown regardless. Oh my god, we got the ball back. And we gotta go 99 yards. I gotta control this. 99 yards, season on the line, and we're gonna hit them with surprise move here. We're gonna go with the run. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty much a terrible play call. We'll have to just burn our timeout, act like that never happened. Let's run our plays. What do we got here? 4 verts. Might as well get a 4 verts going here. We need like a chunk play, 20-some yards. We'll have cross day and pass pro. Go. We got some wheels on. I don't know what his speed is. The kid got some wheels on it. We got 1st down. So Beck to do a little slants if we can get that. If not, we got DJ Chark at the top in press coverage. I'm looking at that all the way. Man, we're just not getting behind these guys. He's getting open, but we're not being able to debate the safety in as much as I would like here, because that big shot has yet to appear its ugly head the last couple seasons. What we got here? Tight end's open. Safe catch. Let's keep it going. We'll go no huddle, burn off, 10 seconds, 15 seconds. We'll go forwards again. They're staying off.
We got 3 down.
We'll go. Oh, how did he drop that? Maybe better he did drop that, because the clock would have kept going. We'll go smash. I don't know what kind of... I mean, this running back here is a little bit better of a receiver than Leonard Fournette. But we got all of our depth guys outside of our tight end on the field. Not really what... Oh, my God. Oh, please let this stay. Don't be holding. Don't be holding. That was an unreal bomb. God damn it. Frank. Come on. Frank the tank. That was it, man. That was our... That was our big opportunity. I like it. Backup tight end. Drops it. Oh, my God. The heartbreak. The heartbreak. It's so angry. It's so frustrating. I mean, I guess we're collecting our receipts. We had, 2 DJ Chark bombs that have won us games, won us Super Bowls. So now they're starting to, like, you know, it's the world righting itself. We go to Becton. We have no timeouts. This game's over. We had to make guys miss there. Yeah, I mean, what else can you do? We had a touchdown called back on a penalty and a touchdown dropped. Still successful rebuild. When all is said and done, 4 divisional titles, 2 Super Bowls for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's just bounce out. Let's see some of these guys' final career stats, and we'll end the rebuild. So we finished the rebuild with a 95 overall team, which it's, you know, from an overall standpoint, stacks right up there with any of the teams we've done in a rebuild. Look at the career stats for these guys. Some of the known players here. Garland obviously wasn't a starter long enough to really establish himself. Same with Cross. But we have some big wide receivers. Almost, you know, if we would have went another year, DJ Chark would probably went over 10,000 career receiving yards, 70 touchdowns. Hamler was 7,040. Albert O, 6,500, almost, and 50. So I like seeing some numbers like that. Defensively, Miles Jack, 1,400 tackles, 60 TFLs, 22.5 sacks, 23 picks. Probably a Hall of Famer, especially when you're comparing that to Van Der Esch. I think Miles Jack definitely would be a fringe Hall of Famer. Diggs, 14 picks, Certain 14 picks, 11 picks for Woodbay here, 109 sacks from Josh Allen, pretty damn good, 70 sacks from Derek Brown as a 320-pound drafted run stuffing. You look at the X-Factor ability, D tackle, 70.5 sacks is outstanding. But I think if we're looking at guys that make the Hall of Fame, Miles Jack's probably the only guy on the squad that gets that. Maybe Derek Brown. And offensively, I mean, obviously Minshew is going to make probably the Jags Hall of Fame. 2 Super Bowls for Minshew. And, you know, maybe fitting that we never won a Super Bowl post Gardner Minshew, because we lost that magic. But I hope you guys did enjoy this rebuild of the Jacksonville Jaguars. I did hype up a Bills realistic rebuild after the Boye trade kind of happened at the beginning of this week, and I was like, let's do the Jags. So I will be doing the Buffalo Bills. Episode 1 will probably be Monday or Wednesday. So make sure if you guys like the realistic rebuilds, you're back tuning in there. As always, your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. Until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.
Money I'm spending, I'm out and I'm shopping. You talking that shit, well you talking the talking. Look at my options, look at me dropping. Ass in the game, like who are you stopping? Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. I'm way too clever. Look at the kid, Mr. Consistent, I'm doing it big. Way too persistent on